How's it going, everybody? Wheezy TCG here. Just taking a look at the new releases of the Rise of the Floodborn set that's going to be coming out. They released some of the cards. Take a little sneak peek and see what we got over here. I haven't really... This came out this morning. I'm way late to the game putting this out, but I haven't really seen much on it, so I know there was only a few cards spoiled. But this is the page right here, and I'm kind of taking a little dive with you at the same time. So it looks like it's going to be a 200 card set, or more than a 200 card set. We got a lineup of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, Pinocchio, Zootopia, The Great Mouse Detective, The Jungle Book, a Baloo would be pretty awesome, and Raya and the Last Dragon. They got a new keyword, resist, and that is a damage reduction keyword. So if something has resist 2, they're going to take 2 less damage. The damage dealt to them is going to be reduced by 2. Let's take a look at some of the cards. I've seen a couple of them, but I wanted to save really kind of looking at them until I can get it on camera here. So we'll flip over to this tab, and this is one that I've seen. So we have Belle, Hidden Archer. All right, she's a 5 cost, non-inkable, 3/3. So 3 strength, 3 willpower. Shift 3. So you can shift her onto a smaller Belle. And she quests for 3, so she gains 3 lore. Whenever this character is challenged, the challenge character player discards all the cards in their hand. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty intense. I don't know what you'd be shifting her onto. That remains to be seen. Depends on what comes out in the set. I'm sure there's going to be a nice cheap Belle you can slide her onto. And that's kind of a really good ability. Whenever she's challenged. Wow. All right, so a couple of characters, make you discard cards and there's bounce and stuff like that, but that's crazy. Knock somebody's entire hand out. Definitely, if there is like a 2-drop Belle that you can play this with, you're going to see this quite a bit. Probably won't have your hand empty by then, but you will shortly after, so that definitely looks like it's something that's going to be playable. Let's see what we got here. All right, Cinderella. 5 strength, 5 willpower. She's a 7-drop. That's kind of costly for a 5/5. Shift 5 though. And there's that new keyword there. So resist 2. So all damage dealt to the character is reduced by 2. That's pretty good, right? So you can't cannons her. Grab your swords doesn't do anything to her. Any of those early threats are just going to bounce right off of her. And whenever you play a song, this character may challenge ready characters this turn. I've been waiting for an ability like that to drop so many times. People can just sit there with their stuff ready, and there's not a whole lot that you can do to them besides getting actions or songs to try to wipe the board. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. This is something that I think, for me, is almost an auto-include in the stuff that I play. There's definitely spots that this can jump right into. Shifting on 5 is really good. I don't know if there's going to be other Cinderellas that we're going to be able to shift onto. There's a couple options right now, but they're not ideal. I don't know if they're worth taking up a spot so I can shift her in, but that's really, really powerful. Yeah, 5/5 that just negates 2 damage with 3 lore, and then you can kill their characters when you play songs. Steel's got arguably the best songs in the game, right? So that is absolutely fantastic. I'm definitely going to be playing this and testing it out. I'm hesitant to say what's going to be good and what's going to be bad, obviously, because that depends on what comes out. But this looks like it's going to be fantastic too. So 2 for 2. Dinner Bell, non-inkable, 4-drop. And you tap, and you can pay 2. Draw cards equal to the damage on chosen character of yours, then banish them. Okay. A little card draw engine there. I mean, you can see where it can be played. You can have your rush cards come out, deal damage, kill stuff, and then draw cards equal to the damage output that they have, which is going to be quite high, so you can draw a lot of cards with this. This is going to be this is going to be a tough one. I'll have to wait to see like the real deck tech people see what they can do with this. Yeah, that's a lot of card draw potentially. Uninkable, that kind of hurts it a little bit, but it's definitely gonna see some playtesting for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Elsa, 3 strength, 4 willpower, costs 4 ink. It's inkable. Challenger 3. Okay. Gonna be putting up some damage there. Quests for 1. I don't know, maybe. And those ruby amethyst decks and stuff, I don't really see where she would fit in particular. I mean, she hits pretty hard, no doubt about that. I kind of find with the stuff, you know, these games that I've been playing, the challenger ability is a little bit overrated, especially if they don't have rush and you know they don't have like the previous ability that we saw that can attack stuff that isn't turned sideways. You really got to kind of angle for those opportunities, but maybe. I mean, she's inkable, so she's got that going for her. Let's see what we got. Gaston. A 4/4 Gaston, huh? So he's a 6-drop, non-inkable. You can shift him for 4. So 4/4 for 4. You slide him on top of another Gaston. Developed Brain. When you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put 1 into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. That's pretty powerful. Anybody who's played collectible card games in the past knows that any kind of drawing manipulation that you could potentially do to your deck can be really, really good at finding combos, cycling the cards in your deck. That could be really useful. The fact that he can quest for 3 lore, that's really good. Definitely potential for him. I don't know what kind of crazy combo decks we're gonna see. At some point in time, this guy's definitely going to see play. I don't know if enough's gonna come out in this next set to support him. But yeah, that's pretty solid too. So far everything's pretty solid. Merlin. 1 attack, 5 willpower. Merlin Shapeshifter. So he's 4 ink, and he's inkable. Battle of Wits. Whenever one of your other characters return to your hand from play, this character gets +1 this turn. Okay. So that's kind of cool. There isn't anything really currently in the game that you're going to see a lot of bouncing your own stuff. And this is the color for it. So I assume there's going to be stuff in this new set that it's going to allow you to do that. This card's going to be really, really good if there's enough to support this ability. I have a feeling that Merlin is probably going to be a future good card. You know, obviously we're going to have to wait to see what the rest of the set gives us. I don't think they're gonna put enough bounce stuff in the game to make Merlin like a top tier, like a Merlin deck, a bounce Merlin deck. I'm sure it'll be playable, it'll be usable. I don't think they would just give him this ability and then, you know, wash their hands of it. So there's going to be creatures that have come into play abilities. You know, you're going to be able to bounce them back to your hand. You're going to be able to replay them. You know, but how many of those are going to come out and how consistent you can pull it off is really going to determine how good he is in this next set. But like I said, that's a crazy ability. So future sets, when there's a lot of different stuff where you can have a bunch of board play, he's going to be pretty killer. So another solid one. Let's see, another Mickey. All right, well, you got to have Mickeys in all the sets, I think. He's inkable. Costs 6. He's a 1/6. Glad you're here. Whenever this character quests, you pay 3 less for the next character you play this turn. Okay. That's really good. That's really good. It's a fantastic ability to have. So you're questing for 3, so you're always going to want to be questing with him. He's got a nice big body. He's relatively inexpensive to cast. 6 is not a whole lot to ask. Yeah. Drop him. Next turn, you're going to be questing with him. And paying 3 less. Wow. There's a lot of potential for putting some real big boys in your deck, or flooding the board with your Amber deck, being able to play a whole bunch of different creatures. I mean, once he comes out, you could pretty much drop your hand depending on what kind of Amber deck you're playing. You know, if you get a nice hand with a bunch of low drops in it, that's something that I can see. You drop him, you quest for 3, you're going to be playing a character for free, playing another 2 characters with the 6 or 7 ink that you got in your well. Pretty good. That's going to give a lot of board. Or, like I said, the other direction. You could put some big, chunky guy in there. Yeah. Maybe we start seeing some newer color combinations. Drop those big drops with a Mickey. That'd be pretty cool. Another solid one. I like it. The Queen. Inkable. 5-drop. 4/3. Quest for 2. Shift 2. Pretty good. Well, obviously they're going to come out with more queens, right? That doesn't work right now. Whenever this character quests, choose an opposing character, they get -4 this turn. And choose a character gets +4 this turn. Alright. So you can play around with some battle math there. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's cool. You can kill one of their guys if they quested with him. Your guy's gonna live. I think there's more efficient ways to do that. There's more straightforward ways to do it instead of the queen trickery. But hey, maybe the queen you're shifting onto is just really great. Really good early game tempo thing. I mean, shifting a 4/3 for 2 in Amber's pretty good. I don't know how often this is really gonna... I mean, obviously, it's a good trade-off here, but I think you're gonna see situations few and far between. It's kind of like what I was talking before with the other cards. Like, unless you can tap stuff down and force combat with stuff that rush, typically these combat modifier things kind of get worse and worse as you go along. But not bad. I'm gonna play test it. Let's see what else we got here. There's Rhea. Vanilla. 5/3 for 4, inkable, quest for 1. Sure. I'll say though, right off the bat, not a huge fan. 3 willpower. That just dies to so much stuff. You know, you're gonna put her out and she's gonna get bashed. Somebody's gonna run into her. That had 1 more willpower. Would at least be kind of playable. It would be a spot. It would fill a spot. Although we're gonna get 200 more cards, or more than 200 more cards. So I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of different things you can play in a 4 spot. Sorry, Rhea. Maybe there's a big Rhea that can shift on top of her. If she survives not getting killed. And questing for 1. So, yeah, you're really going to be wanting to use her to try to trade into stuff. I don't think there's anything that's really that big on 4 or on 5 that's going to be... I've quested that she can run herself into. I think you're just going to put her on the board. Just sit there waiting for an opportunity and then we'll get killed. Alright. The Sorcerer's Spellbook. Gain 1 lore. 3 drop, non-inkable. That's pretty straightforward. Yeah, you're gonna want to put this in some kind of into a control deck, and just kind of slowly put out all 4 of these, and you know, turn it sideways and gain lore. Yeah, there'll be decks built around it. I'm sure you could really lock down the board and just use the Sorcerer's Spellbook. It's going to be dependent on how well you can do that, how consistently you can do that. And you're going to have to do it in the early, mid, and late game, you know. Keep bouncing stuff, killing stuff, controlling the board, controlling the hand, drawing cards. Yeah. It's going to be, you know, better than putting a couple low-cost creatures out that are going to get swords. I mean, you have the extra added benefit of being able to run your creatures into stuff, and you can trade, which is going to be the benefit of using one over the other. But I think if you just have like a pure control-focused deck, you're going to want to throw these in there and have them sitting in there gaining your lore. Let's see. Now we're on to Zero to Hero. Action, it's a song, that's good. Want more of those. 2 drop, not inkable. Count the number of characters you have in play. You pay that amount less for the next character you play this turn. Okay. That's pretty good. I can see a lot of use out of those, you know, rush decks, those zoo decks. I think this might be, well, you'll probably have, what, 3 guys on the board, potentially? Turn 4, you're gonna have 3, 4, 5. Because you'll probably spend 2 ink something. It's not crazy, right? Not crazy. It'll get you big guy a turn early, right? Because you're gonna pay its cost. Well, you can sing it actually. So maybe it's better than I thought, right? Because you could use one of your guys to sing it, so you have all your ink in your well. You've got 4 ink in your well. You've got 3 guys out. Drop like a big 7-drop bomb. Drop a Stitch on turn 4. You've already got 3 creatures out. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. This will be nice. This will get played. Yep. Alright. And Winnie the Pooh. Hey! 5 cost, inkable, 5/5, quest for 2. Vanilla. Dreamborn, hero, sorcerer. Yeah, there you go. Nice and generic. 5/5 for 5, quest for 2. You know, he's not shaking the world, but there you go. And that's all the cards. That's everything that they released. So let's swing back here. What are we definitely going to play with? I'm definitely going to try that out. Well, this remains to be seen. Rhea, probably not. Queen, who knows? Mickey. That's something that we're going to see in a lot of decks. A lot of stuff in Amber that's really pushing those higher end characters, right? Between Mickey and Zero to Hero. They really want you drop that early game stuff and then really pushing some big boys out. I'd love to play this, but I just don't think it's going to be there. Merlin's one of my favorite characters. Sword and Stone's one of my favorite movies, that and Aladdin. Grew up watching this movie. Love Merlin as a character. I'd love to make a Merlin deck. I hope it's there. I'm a little pessimistic about it, but it would be fantastic. Gaston. This might give Sapphire, you know, some new life. Elsa, not crazy about. Probably not going to do anything with her. I'm not a big Ruby player, but that looks like great. Could be potentially really good card draw. This I'm definitely playing. This thing is a powerhouse. And Cinderella really does it for me. We'll have to see what we're shifting her onto. Because now you're going to make 8 slots available in your deck. Which isn't crazy. There's a lot of stuff. I'm playing Amber Steel, different variations of Amber Steel. And there's definitely cards in all the decks that I have right now that can definitely, you know, there's stuff that I'm not thrilled with that can come out. So this is, I'm going to be playing one. And Belle's pretty crazy too. Yeah, people will definitely play with Belle, I'm sure. I mean, being able to potentially wipe somebody's hand. I mean, she is a 3/3, so she's going to get bashed. You know, she's potentially with actions and stuff, she's pretty easy to get rid of. But you're going to have to, you're going to be forced to deal with her in that manner. As if you run into her, boy, oh boy. You know, you better draw those removal spells, because this thing is going to punish you if you don't. Oh, there you go. That's the new set. Hopefully it'll be a lot more obtainable than the cards are now. But I'm pretty excited. Let's see what else they leak and come out with. When they do, I'll go over the cards with you. Alright, see you next time.